So definitely a cutter and definitely 6 from JC.
The DBS Morning News has been brought to you by Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League T20. Sea cricket played louder at CPL.
Good morning and welcome to DBS This Morning. Don't mind face. We've got something going on here. We'll probably tell you and bring you in a little bit of that. I'm on a skin drive, a skin maintenance drive. So I did some work, so don't worry about that. But what we're here for is to bring you some amazing pictures where we highlight some positive stuff throughout our communities again. And we have 2 of those to highlight. But first, we'll look into the news. Let's see what's happening there.
Good morning. Government and opposition senators remained split on the St Jude Hospital reconstruction project as they met on Thursday to debate government's borrowing from the Saudi Fund for Development, the sum of over 281 million Saudi riyals to finance the reconstruction and rehabilitation of St Jude Hospital.
We have gone to Parliament on Tuesday. The Senate hopefully gets the permission of Parliament so we can pass the legislation that the government of St Lucia can borrow the funds from the Saudi fund, which I believe is a very good negotiation for the people of St Lucia. The 2% interest, also the deferment in payments should we encounter some natural disaster. We know St Lucia is highly prone to climate change.
The opposition remains at variance with the government over the Labour administration's approach to that project. Those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Thank you, News Desk. We'll be right back. Recently we caught up with Platinum and we had reason to catch up with him again because we are impressed with the fact that brother is doing so much. You understand? He is making his contribution. Together with his wife, they have started a charity. Let's find out about it. So we caught up again. Recently we had Platinum here, but we had him on a different card. Many of you probably do know, or many of you may not know, that Platinum has recently started a charity. Together with his wife since transition into the gospel side of things. So we want to spend some time on the charity and shed some light there as well, because no amount of attention is too much in terms of, because to run a charity you're going to need resources to be able to be effective. So shedding light on it, we hope that somebody will be able to lend a hand if they are able to, and can help you to continue to take on that mantle that you've undertaken with your wife. So tell us about the charity. What is it called?
Well, we call it Up. Because what we do, no matter how your life is, no matter how your spirit is, we always tell you, just keep your head up. Right. Okay.
Is that this new song you just sent me recently? Is that part of?
Right. And with Up, what we do, I have built a partnership with also some of the gospel artists as well. Right. Using the gospel nation to bring out something positive, not only for our country but for the youth as well.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Now let's wire back down a bit. Let's dial back down a bit. What prompted you to start the charity where you decided you want to start looking out for young people?
Well, it all began with myself because I came from a life of real poverty, a lot of hard times, and this was one of the reasons why I suffered with depression, and what I moved throughout my career, as most of you remember as Platinum George, going through the different communities, I saw the suffering of people, and it just brought me back into where I began. And then I transitioned into gospel music, where I said, well, you see, it's not only because right now you have people, when it comes to gospel music or even the churches, will have that picture painted that they are not good, or everybody's after money. Right. So what I have done now is been moving to the different communities, and sometimes you have some other people who want to keep their things private, and you have to respect people's privacy. Sometimes I go do a prayer with them as well, my wife and I, when we speak to them, find out what they need, Okay, but as I tell people, sometimes we cannot give you everything. I don't want you to believe, I don't want you to like sit and like rely on me. Because sometimes you get a lot of people who have the condition, but just because you know that they're getting the helping hand, they don't want to move forward. So then we try to motivate them as well to find, that strength for them to go out. Because I would give you that today, or you might receive it from somebody else, but it will finish.
Right.
So when
sort of teaching to fish instead of giving a fish every day.
Right. So this is the whole motive, because you see, most of the people that you see every day walking, and sometimes you see them in the most expensive shoes, the most expensive clothes, but some of these people go through so much hard times. And what happens is we do not know, because everybody paint a picture that everything is okay with them. But when you sometimes go to their homes, my friend, you could see the conditions of the people, and you say, my God, you never know that that person was living in this situation, and then everybody's crying out for help. Everybody wants a little assistance, but sometimes because of pride, they keep themselves behind.
Right.
So
you have stepped in with your wife. How long ago did you initiate this drive?
Okay, that's been for 2 years. And this is Emron Henry is one of those who, even though he's overseas, that I always liaise with. Even speaking to probably people overseas. Through my music, I've met a lot of people who are willing to even send groceries down, and it's really sad to say that we have people on the outside who are interested, and sometimes you might go to people in your own country and they hesitate. Right. You understand? This is something that we have to try to work on. Right. And I would say there are many people who do charity, you understand? But for me, I do not do the charity for any fame. I'm one of the people, I like to be in the back. If I go to somebody else, I don't want everybody to know that I'm going to give that person's grocery. Right. Because, we have to respect people's personal life as well. Since
you started, though, let's go there. Since you started, what are some of the things that you've commissioned? I know once a month you normally meet with the young people.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. What is that like? And what are some of the future plans you have for the charity?
Well, what I do, I find myself in other groups as well. I also sit in the YPG, the Youth Power Group. My wife and I help the elderly called the Caleb Group as well. It's when you talk about elderly, people always believe it's people walking on a stick, But the people who I would say would probably reach past 50, and sometimes we forget about these people. Because sometimes just because you see that they're old, that we believe that they do not need the attention as well. And I believe that we're supposed to keep the elderly happy as well, because they are the ones.
So what are some of the things that you do with them?
Well, sometimes what we do exercises with them. We do sometimes teach them about financial fraud. How to even have to use their phones as well, because a lot of them don't know how to use the up-to-date phones, the touch screen. So sometimes we do different meetings with them as well.
Right. And the youths, what are some of the things? I know the last time you called me and I couldn't answer the call because unfortunately I was in Grenada for the passing of my sister, but you were doing something here with the youth. Right. So what was that? Tell us about that.
Well, with the youth, what we do, we try to get the youth involved in educational stuff, and we have to try to find the root, because we always blame the youth. Everybody blame the youth for everything that is going on, but sometimes we, the parents, have to blame ourselves in terms of not putting things in place for them. So then we try to get the youth involved in football, sports, drama, singing, and as a writer, sometimes they have youth that want to sing, but they write songs, but they would write songs in terms of what they see or they hear on radio in terms of the rap. But what we do now, we change the lyrics around to come out with a positive message, not only for them, but for other youth listening. Even the parents are being surprised, do not know that their child had that talent within them. So it's something that, that we will continue to do. And what is happening right now, the children today are so smart. Right now, everything is technology for the children. So then we are now starting to lose them through the iPhones, the Snapchat. And it's not about bringing them backwards, but having them remember how we had it. Before we had all these phones, etc., we communicated better with each other. Right. We spoke to each other. We wrote letters, in fact, to each other, and it kept our mind always moving. Right.
How do you believe that we, as a society, can assist you in your charity drive? What can we do? How can we step in?
Well, the first thing is about getting product. Getting product to go to the different communities. Also, sometimes when you send out the message, you have people who would hear, but they do not listen. And this is something that we have to try to get aside, move that out of the way. I mean, I would say, and I not blame people, because sometimes you get a lot of people who say they come for charity, to do things for charity, and then you do not know where that is going into, and then what we do, we give you a list of where we're going. We even take out some photos to show you that we give to that house. Right. We might not put the person's face because some of the people don't want their face to be seen, but then you will have a list of what we do every day, what we do every month, and where we are going.
Right, so people can donate?
Yes, they can.
And to do so, how can they contact you?
Okay, you could probably WhatsApp me at 712-3525, or you could send me an email at platinumgeorge@gmail.com. As I said, it does not matter the amount. What that matters is the appreciation. Because sometimes you might give $1 and $1 could still go into getting somebody something. Okay, so donation is not about giving $1,000. I say you could give $5, but $5 could get somebody a comb, it could get them some grease, it could still do something for them, or even a pack of sugar, a packet of rice could still go a long way.
Wonderful. Well, there you have it. Platinum George has got a drive on, and if you'd like to make contribution, you could dial the number again and reach him and make your very own contribution through the brother. Right, in our second feature, on this weekend, you get the opportunity to be part of something meaningful. There is a cleanup campaign, a cleanup drive that is happening. Let's find out some more about it and how it is that you can be involved. Well, here we are. We're here with Nancy Evelyn. Two first names. That's the first thing I recognize. Hi, Nancy. How are you?
Hi, hello.
Nancy is from the St. Lucia ToastMasters Association. It's an association, right?
It's a club.
It's a club,
It's
the ToastMasters Club.
The Public Service ToastMasters Club.
Right. And we hope to talk of some of the program. We hope to shed some light on the ToastMasters Club with our view in public. But this morning we wanted to tap into what is going to be happening on the weekend with the Toastmasters collaborating with whom again?
Sandals.
Right. And we're going to be doing a campaign, a coastal cleanup campaign, or
Right. We'll be doing a coastal beach campaign, cleanup. Right. We are starting from Rendezvous Beach up to St. James. In collaboration with Sandals, like I said before, Sandals have come on board to partner with us and to sponsor the initiative. Right. It's so important that we clean up our beaches and coastal lines because we find in St. Lucia we do not dispose of our garbage properly. We have garbage all over the place. There are bins, and yet people still dispose of the garbage outside of the bins. And this is causing a problem. Look at global warming, what is happening. And also you find that when we have the storms, the floods, all of us are affected by the floods because of all the debris that's all over the place. And our rivers are getting flooded, and all the debris goes into the sea, and this also affects the marine life. And therefore, we're trying to put up a campaign to encourage St. Lucians to keep our environment clean. Let us come and let us clean up the beaches. Let us clean up the coastal lines so that we can prevent all this global warming and all what is happening. When the storms come and then we are flooded, our homes are flooded, businesses are flooded, and so we really need to do something about it. So we're encouraging all of St. Lucia, those who are on the beach, and all St. Lucians to join in with us in this campaign.
Right. Is it the first of the kind? Is it the first time you're doing this?
No, it's not the first time we are doing it. We normally just do it within the club, but this time we are reaching out to the public to have the public aware and to let them come on board with us so that we can clean up our beaches.
All right. And is it your hope, because you're targeting one particular area, you can't do the entire island in this route, is it your hope to spread this throughout the entire country over time?
As time goes by, we are hoping to make it bigger and better. So we're starting on a small scale this year, and hopefully as we extend, we're going to extend the beach lines, and all over the place we're trying to see how we can improve our environment by keeping it clean in our coastal areas.
Talk to us about the collaborative effort with Sandals. How was it getting them on board, and why Sandals?
Sandals play a very important role presently with the environment. And when we approached Sandals, Sandals was delighted to be part of this venture with us, because they normally clean up and recognize Coastal International Day, which is the 17th of September. And so they were very willing to come on board with us to sponsor the event.
Right. Okay, so let's break down the day's event now. How are we going to go about doing it? If I want to join the fight, I want to join the campaign, what is required of me?
Thank you very much for asking this question. We have a Facebook page. You can go on Facebook, and you can also sign up on Google for you to be part of the venture. You could also just come in on Sunday morning. We will appreciate it if you just come in and show up and join the venture. We approach business spaces around that, along the coastline also, to join us. So we are encouraging you to come in as teams to join us and to make this event a success.
Right. What time do you plan to kick off?
We kick off at 6 a.m. in the morning, starting from Rendezvous Beach. So please join us by the cemetery around Rendezvous Beach, and first to begin our
and then
cleanup.
We move on up. Right. Is there any, we're trying to get rid of bottles and stuff, but how long do you intend for that process? So it's going to be all day something? So should we walk with something to eat, walk with our water? What should we walk with?
Oh no, we're planning to provide a breakfast at the end of the event. We are hoping that this event should last for about an hour, 2 hours. And we will provide water, and we'll provide a light breakfast. So please come along.
I'll be there, certainly. Jeff, we're going, right? My camera guy and I are going to be there. It certainly is a wonderful drive, and a welcoming one at this time as well. So anything else? You said you can check you on Facebook. What's the name are we looking for?
Public Service ToastMasters Club. So if you can join that link. If you join in, then you will see the link, and then you can register as a member.
Okay. Oh, you can register as a member to become
You can register to come on board and walk with us.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Wonderful. Nancy, this is great stuff. And I hope a lot of people answer this call. And then we'll see a lot of them on Sundays, it's right?
Sunday. Thank you very much. And I am hoping that the public will make use of this opportunity to come in to ensure that we keep St. Lucia clean, keep St. Lucia beautiful, keep St. Lucia free from destroying our coastal lines and destroying businesses and having global warming and all these storms and debris. Let us all make it a habit of keeping our place and our environment clean.
Agreed. Totally.
It's time to rise, shine, and wine with SocaCize. Leading the wine, we have Serena, Vernell, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize. It's time to flaunt with a bacchanal warm-up. Let's begin. I know you love this one. We're just vibing and feeling the music. Let's go. 4, 3, arms crossing and fan. Fan. Again. Touch and over the head. Roll the hip. Roll. Switch sides. Wind down. 4, 4, 3, 2, up and 4, 3, 2. Take the arms. Again. Cross and take it over. Side, roll it.
My girl, you look very nice.
Switch.
Stick on you like some Chinese rice. Let me see.
We're winding down and take it up. Let's go. Cross the arms. Hey, hey. Left side, hip. Roll it. Right side. Let's wind down. And up. Let's work those arms. Woo. Fan it. Touch. Hey. Left side, roll it. Next side, and hip, roll it. Take it up with the arms. Fan it. Touch. Hey. Arms. And hips.
Let me tell you, 120 million degrees Celsius. These ladies, they make my head hot. Why you go down low? Take no show. Neuro. Vice production, big up yourself. WhatsApp, MR, Alpha, Neurals.
4, 3, 2, 1. That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with SocaCize on This Morning on DBS.
And we hope you enjoyed our show. Enjoy the weekend as well. And go on out and be part of that cleanup campaign. You'll do something meaningful this weekend as well. And catch you again right back here on Monday.